Hello everyone, it's Moonkin FTW here, back with another episode of the RCT3 Coaster Challenge. In this episode we're tackling the Strata coaster, which is supposed to replicate the one from Top Thrill Dragster from Cedar Point. But I've already kind of made a Top Thrill type dragster roller coaster with the Hershey Stormrunner, and for whatever reason this one does not have the very smooth, flat to steep parts. So I couldn't really make a Strata coaster that's actually like 300, 400 feet tall with these very janky transitions from straight to steep. So I had to improvise here, and I thought of a design like this, which is, it has multiple top hats, so to say. Then it goes into a brake section, and afterwards it goes into like an airtime hill. And again, I had to incorporate that airtime hill of the brake section before, because again, these transitions are really janky, so I had to slow it down a little bit, and that's basically it. Then after that it hits a brake run, a final brake run, and that's pretty much it for this ride. So yeah, it's a pretty simple design, but again, this is another one of those roller coasters where you don't have a lot of options, and yeah, a lot of work is going to be in the supports. I thought about using the typical Strata supports that I use for the Hershey Stormrunner, but this one actually has like these different types of top hats, if you will. So I figured I'm just gonna make some custom supports with Moby Steel Jungle, basically. So yeah, we're just going over the entire coaster and making sure that everything is supported. And I've said it before, but Moby Steel Jungle is by far my favorite support add-on. It's very versatile, but it can take a good amount of time, as you guys can see here, especially if you have to custom fabricate everything. I'm able to copy paste this design though from the first top hat to the second one, but it does need some modifications because some of the supports were hitting the track and everything. So I'm just going to make sure that this one is also properly supported on both sides. It's got flanges, it's got some horizontal beams and everything to really make it properly supported, if you will, and make it also kind of realistic. So yeah, that's basically it in terms of the design. It's again, not super complicated, but again, I can't do much with the Strata coaster in terms of the the design, because it's a very limited roller coaster in terms of track pieces. So we're just going to go over the rest of the ride to see where supports are needed. So this kind of section where it goes down a little bit and then goes up into the second top hat, of course that needs to be supported. I'm going to add some more horizontal beams and just making sure that the ride is supported. Here I'm going to use some of my pre-made designs that I can copy paste. And then last but not least, we're going to add some footers, well, at least for the track itself. So that is all mostly done. And of course, I'm going to add some extra additions to this ride as well. So I'm going to add some LSM modules that kind of stick out a little bit too high, but I mean, it still looks kind of cool. And of course, some catwalk for the final brake run. And yeah, it's starting to look pretty good. Just going to add a small little support there for the absolute top of the second part. And then of course a queue line, which is going to be inspired by, a drag racer. So it has, or like at least a racing theme. So it has these checkered flag kind of colors, the black and white. And of course, lastly, we're going to add some foliage to make sure that it's not just a field of plain grass that we're looking at. And I'm just going to add some trees here, large oaks and large Douglas firs, to make sure that's all covered. And that will be it in terms of the Strata coaster. So a pretty simple design. But again, it's not going to be a very long or extensive roller coaster to begin with, because you can't do much with it. It's all about a very powerful launch into a decent height, and then that's it. But still, I think I was able to make a decent kind of variation to it. So let's ride it. And you can see the LSMs kind of sticking out a little bit too much, but yeah, it is what it is. We go onto the top hat, the first one, and then we go down and we go back up again. Second top hat, and then we turn around and do a 180-degree fashion. Get brake down a little bit, so this airtime hill is not too aggressive, and into the final brake run. Nice. Actually considering the limitations of this roller coaster, I actually really like what I was able to do with this. I actually like those double top hats. I think it's really cool. I mean, that would be a sweet ride in real life. So yeah, that's it. There's not much to it. It's a pretty straightforward design, but I still really like it. I love the support work as well. And yeah, hope you guys like this too. Again, there's a reason I didn't make Top Thrill Dragsters, because the track pieces are by far not as smooth as the Stormrunner, so I had to improvise and make something else. But there you go, guys. That's the Strata coaster complete. Episode 57 in the bag. Thank you very much for watching and have yourself a wonderful day.